When I first moved to California from New Jersey, I worked for Esurance in the Bay Area. And it was about a month or two into the job. I had a meeting with a marketing director, and for whatever reason, I don't recall, we started talking about cheap car insurance and how Esurance at the time was ranking position 7 or 8 in Google. And immediately I was stopped in my tracks, and the marketing director said, "You need to take the language off the page, off the website. You need to take any mention of cheap off the website. We don't want to be known for that. We don't want to rank for that." And I said, "Well, we don't use that language on the pages at all. I checked. We don't use cheap even once on the website. But other people do. Other websites use cheap, and they link to this website, to the Esurance website. And because that's happened so many times, enough times, Google associated Esurance with cheap car insurance. And position 7 or 8, because we actively did not talk about it on the website, but because so many other people on their websites talked about it, there was an association, right? And I was reminded of this just a half hour ago, getting off the line with a client, talking about branding and how we want to be known and what do we not want to be known as. And so I brought up this example. And so here's how we solved this at Esurance. We wrote an article about why cheap car insurance is not the best car insurance. So that's one page with 2 phrases: cheap car insurance, best car insurance. And we got to tell the story of cheap car insurance from our perspective, why it is not the best, and give reasons behind it. It was an opportunity for us to be found better than position 7 and 8 for a keyword we were already ranking for, right? So we got bumped up in position. And it gave us an opportunity for when a user gets to the page that they self-select. They don't want the best car insurance, they bounced. They want better than cheap. Now they're on the page reading and they're getting educated. And now we have a chance to convert them, right? Because we told our story about why cheap was not the best car insurance. And we also use the word cheap, affordable, etc. on myth pages, on FAQ pages, right? Again, we use the language to tailor our messaging and be found for cheap and affordable, but not be known as cheap or affordable necessarily. Right? So there's a difference between your positioning and the language that you use to get the result that you're going for. So if you're not going to use the language that people are searching for, you are just limiting your visibility. What you can do is use that language in the positioning that you want to use to be found for search, and let folks find you and let them self-select. Do they want to be educated or not? Do they want your service? Yes or no? But don't count yourself out. Use the language and tell your story.